Good morning. Hello, everyone. Oh my God, as I say that, good morning. My husband makes fun of me for saying that. How are you all doing? We made it. It is Thursday. It's a great day. I'm telling you, find some incredible people who are super motivating and inspiring, and then spend your first hour of the day with them and watch the change in how excited you are when you wake up and how good you feel and how optimistic you feel. Oh, so good. Feels so great. Cheryl and Nemia, we just like our energy, all of us just adding is just so exciting. Man, guys, so much is possible. You know, something might happen today that completely changes your life. Something could happen today. If you look back on those incredible days where you meet the love of your life, or unsuspecting, or you find out you're going to have a baby and you weren't even trying, or anyway, there's countless ideas. You win a trip. Your friend calls and says they're going to visit. Anything could happen today. So get excited. Because the more you focus on that, so much good is going to come to you. And I want to hear about it. I want you to have an incredible day. Make it an incredible day for someone else. Oh, man, feels good. Do you feel it? All right, this is going to be a little quick because my girl wants some breakfast and it's really loud to make with the blender. This morning, studied the law of non-resistance. Yes. Oh, that feels like a topic I need to spend some time with. The law of non-resistance. Again, I'm working on a workbook from the Proctor Gallagher Institute through my coach, Danielle Amos. It's called Working with the Law of Non-Resistance. And this chapter, I'm going through it quick because it's like candy. So I got to slow down and go back and read it a couple times. But the way that it starts off, it talks about how we are all in sales. When you think about trying to make your first friend, you're selling yourself, right? And how do you do that? Through the path of least resistance. You try to make it as easy as possible, right? We're very accommodating. We like to point out our similar interests. You want to remove all resistance. So when you're looking to really be friends with someone, you're going to give it everything you've got. I thought that's true. That's definitely true. As somebody who moved every 2 or 3 years trying to make new friends, and maybe that's why we become a little bit of people pleasers. That's another topic. But you do, when you're trying to make new friends, you want to remove all resistance. Nice and easy for both of you. And then when you want to start dating or you're starting to look for romantic relationships, what do? You remove all resistance. You put your best foot forward. You look for things that they're interested in doing. Like you want to make it as seamless and easy for the other person. It goes both ways. You're selling yourself by removing resistance. I was like, that is true. And then in parenting, I was thinking about the example of how many times my kids wanted something that wasn't safe or not good for them or too old for them. And what do? Instead of fighting them and sitting there and fight, which is resistance, you offer them, what about this? You distract. Don't you want this? Because that is the path of least resistance. You give them something else you know they'll want. We need to apply this to our own lives, work with the laws. The whole reason for learning about the laws of the universe is to use them so that we can speed up what we're doing. Like the whole point of a goal is growth. That's what we're doing. That's why we set goals. It's for our own personal growth. And so when we're doing that and we're growing and we're learning, once you know some of this information, you can't unlearn it. So right now, if you're feeling stuck, you feel like, I don't know how I'm going to get from here to what I want. Look for the resistance and release it. Release it. And it can be hard, right? It can be like we are so tied to our beliefs and our opinions. But do you have to be? Could you just release that? Oh, I love that. Thursday motivation. You can release. We can release and it will pay off big. Big, big, big. Just like when we are focused on our goals on meeting a new friend, finding a new partner or romantic partner, or trying to keep your kids safe. We're using this. I started something here. The example they use, the analogy that I love analogies. They're so good for really looking at a situation from all angles, right? Using stories or analogies, it's really good for our brains to get information. But they use the example of water. Water is a great non-resistant element. Oh my God, I love you. Thank you. It's so true. Water is very powerful, and yet it's perfect non-resistant element. So they were saying, I'm just going to read this part because they say it perfectly. Does the little stream stop with an obstacle and wait for its force to build up so that it can push the opposition from its path? No. The little stream is not interested so much in the boulder or the tree or hurrying along, reaching large system, and then the mighty ocean. So it's going to go around. It's going to go around anything that is obstructing its path. That's us. We're the stream. How often are you coming into a perceived rock or boulder or something holding you back and you stop or somehow go backwards? No. Water's always moving. It finds the path of least resistance. It does not waste any time with the obstacles, but quietly works its way around the interference and hurries on. That is us. How much time, like when I read this, I thought, how much time am I spending in resistance? You feel like in order to be worthy of success, it's got to be hard. It's got to be a grind. You got to work. You got to hustle. Do you? Do you? Or could you be smart? Could you find the path of least resistance? Do you have to go at it the way you're going at it? So if you're looking at your current situation, whether it's like a money goal or whether it's a relationship goal or whether it's in your business, maybe take a step back and think, where is there resistance? Where am I holding back? Where am I pushing? Where am I fighting what's happening? Again, like we think, we're almost taught that struggle is you working. When you're struggling, that shows you're doing it. Or is it just holding you back from achieving your success faster? I just think it's such a great analogy when you think about the water, and we are the water. We have the ability to, as obstacles come up, okay, little pivot, go around there. You know, they talk about, like, I've seen so many charts, the chart to success, and it's like, boop, 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 boop. And people think it's just like a nice straight line. No, it's the same with the stream. It's always winding. They're never perfectly straight. When I hear this kind of information, personally, I think this takes the pressure off. We all expect perfection, not just of ourselves, but of process, of the way things happen, of about like, oh, well, I wasn't meant to be successful because it's not going smooth and easy. Where did we get that from? Where did that message come from? Because definitely successful people are not saying that. They're not out there saying it's so easy. It was so easy. No. And oh my God, when I reflect back on this, they share stories, success stories, of how they were like water. They pivoted when they needed to. They adapted when they needed to. They maybe like changed partnerships if they needed to. In my business, I think about the number of people that I've worked with where the whole relationship was resistance. It's like a dance. Every time you say something, they pull back, and then they come, and then you lean back because you doubt. Like, it's just like constant resistance. And it is true, those business relationships you have where it's easy and you don't take things personal and you're open and you listen, but you also have a voice. It is so easy. It is so easy. And you tend to have more success. When you're in those business relationships where both people get it, where both people get that it's not about the fight, the resistance, the being right, man, isn't that fun? Isn't that fun? Like the people that I've worked with now, versus my old life, my old career, where it was constant resistance. You were told, like, you've got to win. So bring your best fight. Like, right up front, you're going for resistance. Imagine if they told you, I want you to come with something amazing that allows the company to be like water, that allows this team to move like water. How much more inspiring that would be, how you would immediately be putting on your creative thinking as opposed to fight mode, which is limiting. There's so many ways that we can use this for our own benefit. And you know, when you think about sometimes illness is like resistance in the body. They talk about why resistance isn't good in like the physical form when they talk about machinery or they talk about different things, and it's because it causes irritation, inflammation. It's how it ruins machines. That goes for us too. When we're constantly living in resistance, we're creating that inflammation within ourselves. We're creating that illness within ourselves. You know, you talk about dis-ease. Disease is dis-ease in your body, and that's resistance. The person who wrote this said, one student came to me and said, I am working hard over limitation, for I've had enough of it. And my answer to her was, cease working over limitation and work for prosperity. It's our focus. It's what we approach the situation with. This is where we are all selling. We're even selling ourselves. We're selling ourselves on ourselves. We're selling ourselves on what's possible, on what we're building. That is a constant sales process every day. Should I do that workout? Yes, do that workout. It'll make you feel like this. This could happen. You're working towards this. It is fascinating. It is so fascinating when people say, I'm not in sales or I'm not a salesperson. Now I'm like, what? How can you even say that? It's like saying I'm not human. It's not a gimmick. It's not a pressure. When people, definitely in my industry, I've heard this since the beginning, are saying everyone's in sales. Everyone. Even when you're selling whoever's on the couch with you on what to watch. You know, resistance doesn't feel good. And I feel like for my own journey when it comes to my health or my mental health, I now see that was all resistance. I was either resisting who I really am, resisting what feelings I was having about certain situations, resisting making change when you know it's needed. And, you know, not surprising. You don't feel well, you get sick, you get a cold, you're run down, you can't get off the couch. It's the resistance. It's exhausting. So today, whenever you're feeling that, you just watch, listen to your body, be really aware of how you're feeling. You know, a headache, a sore stomach, maybe you just feel tense in your shoulders. It could be while you're driving, you're noticing that you're losing it on everyone. That's resistance. Remove the resistance. I'll get there when I'm supposed to get there. Everything works out for me. Everything goes as it's supposed to. I'm where I'm supposed to be right now. And just breathe it out and release. Release the rush. Release the grudges. Release the need to be right. So many of these things are only affecting us. They're only impacting us. People outside of us don't even know. We don't even know the resistance that people have going on within themselves. I'm starting to feel like, isn't that Star Wars, the resistance? I don't know. I hope it didn't insult anybody who loves Star Wars. So many times now, I'm just going to be thinking about the resistance and where it's coming from, and even within my friends or my family or my kids, like, okay, I can see something's upsetting them. I can see there's some resistance in their life. I want to find out why. Let's talk about it. Let's get it out. Let's see if it's something that they can let go of. This is a tool. Like all of these laws, once you know them and you use them, your life is going to be profoundly better because you're working with the laws, not against them. You're removing the resistance from working with the laws. Life doesn't have to be a grind. You're not more successful or more valuable because it was really hard to do what you did, because it was really hard to get what you wanted. That doesn't make it better. Don't get me wrong, there's going to be times where we struggle and we did work hard and we're proud of it. You get through something and you're proud of it. You finish a big assignment or a massive exam, or you get that job that you've been, working 8-10 years towards. Of course, you're going to feel a lot of pride because of the work that you put in, but it doesn't have to be resistant work. It doesn't have to be going against the system. It could be just literally keeping the good habits, keeping consistency, being persistent, being kind, taking the high road, forgiving people often, forgiving yourself often. There is another way. There is another way, and I'm happy to learn it now. I want you to learn it now. I want everyone to know this and share this with other people. Life doesn't have to be hard. Resistance doesn't mean we're living. It doesn't mean it's not a badge of honor. The creatives, the ones who stop and realize what's happening and think there's got to be a better way, it is kind of nuts when you stop and actually have the thought how quickly a solution or idea will come to you. And then you think, dang, it was supposed to be easy. We are one thought away from a brilliant life. We just need to get out of the loop of having the same thoughts recycled over and over about what reality is, about what you have to do to achieve something. We need to actually remove that and write out, what do I want and how does it feel? I want to achieve that promotion, smooth and steady, feeling confident with great relationships. Write it out and then repeat that on a loop. That also doesn't feel like resistance. That feels good. That feels so much better than, oh, it's gonna be hard, it's gonna be a grind. Oh, I gotta overcome that person. I gotta beat that person. Ew. Obviously, we're not sleeping at night. Obviously, we're thinking about that and being crotchety with our families or with people on the road. I say this because I used to be in a hurry. I wanted to have success in my corporate life, and I was just buzzing, driving fast, wanting to be places. Man, it's no wonder that I had so many health problems come up. Because now when I feel that come up where I'm upset because all of a sudden now we have tons of traffic, construction everywhere, I think, what am I doing? Why am I getting worked up right now? And just take a breath. I'm where I'm supposed to be. Those people are where they're supposed to be. If you need help with getting over that resistance of being really agitated by others, take a second. Take a second and see them as a child. I've heard this many times. Picture that person driving beside you, driving like a yoo-hoo. They were a little kid once. They were on the playground once. They fell and scratched their knee and ran to their mom or dad. We're all kids at heart. We're all doing our best. Now we go teach everybody, let go of the resistance. The law of non-resistance is going to actually help you have a successful life, experience growth without all of the pain and the hardship and the challenge. Maybe you won't be so mad at that driver, and maybe that driver won't be so mad at you. Because we're all going to have compassion and understanding and empathy for each other. This also goes when we're so focused on ourselves, we forget to think about helping others. So much of that resistance, it's because we think nobody understands, nobody helps me, I'm alone, nobody's supporting me. Is that true? How many people are you supporting? How many people are you taking pressure off of? My gosh, if we could just get over ourselves, if we could get over, and I am saying this directly to my own face, literally looking at the screen. It's not about you. It's not about us. It's about the collective. It's about the whole. Again, many hands make for light work. Is the resistance that you're trying to do everything because you want the glory, or you want the, whoa, look what they did? Because guess what? You build a team, hire an assistant. Get like even a part-time assistant. Why do we have to be martyrs? Get an assistant and watch your success go boom. Because you just took something off yourself. Focus on your skills and what you're good at. And then the resistance, and I'm just speaking for myself, the bookkeeping or the scheduling, give that to someone where that lights them up. They love being organized. They love scheduling. 2 people, no resistance. You're going to work like a dream team. Your success is going to come faster than you trying to do it all. Than you going against the resistance and thinking this is how it has to be. This is success. When we tighten up, when we focus on what we don't have, when we focus on where we're not going, it is not serving us. It is not getting us any closer to what we want. It is legitimately holding us back because you cannot attract in that energy. Like I said, I went through this chapter so fast. I'm going to need to go back and review it. But this is the kind of information that, like, honestly, implement it. You know, nobody wants to be told what to think, how to act, what to do. But people will be inspired if they see you not in a constant state of resistance. That is what's going to draw eyeballs to you, is that you do things so calm and smooth and happy and joy-filled and grateful. People are going to be drawn to you like a magnet. I want what they have. I want to be like them. I want to do what they do. Nobody's looking at the person who's working 60, 70 hours a week, stressed out, working way too many years to achieve value, what they perceive as value, because someone else determined you're worth something. Even in dating, like, how many people stay in relationships that don't feel good, that don't light them up, but it's comfortable, and you know, I don't want to rock the boat, or what if there's nobody else out there? You're living a resistant life. You're going up against it every day, faced with the fact that you're settling. You can level up. You can level up in your relationships. You can level up yourself. And naturally, that relationship, if it's not meant to be, if that person's not meant to level up, then you're going to find somebody who's on your level. There's no resistance there. It happens naturally. All the thinking that we put into have to, shoulds, such a waste. Such a waste. We got to release that. As I mentioned, I want to keep today short because my girl definitely wants to start that blender right away. I am so grateful for this morning with you. Whenever actually you're able to watch this video, I am grateful. Thank you for the feedback I've been getting. Thank you for the kind words, the encouragement. I love it so much, and it's going right back at you. I see you guys. I see what you're doing. I see how you're improving the world, and I'm so excited. I'm really, really optimistic about what the future holds. There's so much innovation, creativity, and love out there. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Let's keep it going. If you know anybody who needs a little lifting in the morning, tell them about this. Get them on here with us. Let's start a conversation. Let's create some change. Have a wonderful day. Take care. All the best, everyone. Bye.